We saw what you did with Shedeur Sanders. You know, this man got the job with the Atlanta Falcons, and he's still getting pressed about the treatment and the sabotage of Shedeur Sanders. He got pressed so bad in this interview, he started foaming at the mouth, just blabbling, saying a bunch of nothing and a bunch of lies. This dude act like he cared about the development of Shedeur Sanders.
Well, first of all, Dan, I would tell you I have zero ill will towards anyone in that building. As it relates to decisions like that, it's not fair for me to comment. Those two young players, I love those guys. I loved coaching them. I love their development. I think both those guys, you can point to their rookie seasons.
Bunch of nothing and a bunch of lies.
It's not my number one choice, Carl. We'll see where this goes. Now, we've had retreads or guys get a second opportunity to have great success in this league, from Bill Belichick to Andy Reid. But Stefanski is going to be a hard sell to some of the fan base.
To you guys' point, when I just posted hey, we got a new head coach, Stefanski it is on some of my social feeds, to Mike's point, man, a lot of lukewarmness.
Atlanta Falcons players are furious. They want Kevin Stefanski suspended for lying about Shedeur Sanders. And make no mistake, this is not some small beef that blows over in a news cycle. This storm is just getting started. Stefanski thought he could slip out of Cleveland quietly and get a clean start in Atlanta, but the NFL has a long memory. Now he's in Georgia, and the drama he left behind is following him step for step. Falcons players are already uneasy, already questioning whether they want to be part of this. Kyle Pitts is having second thoughts. Other big names are eyeing the exit. What started as locker room whispers is turning into full-blown panic inside that building. Everyone remembers what went down. You don't destroy a rookie's confidence on national television and expect people to just move on. Shedeur Sanders wasn't just any rookie. He was a star from day one, and Stefanski tried to dim that light for no good reason. The league saw it, the fans saw it, and now Shedeur's reputation is bulletproof, while Stefanski is still running from the mess he made. Karma doesn't play favorites, and this isn't just a warning shot, it's a full lesson. You go after a talent like Shedeur Sanders, and the whole league takes notes. Atlanta is just the next city on that list, and it's already crystal clear that Stefanski's name carries serious baggage wherever he goes. Meanwhile, Shedeur keeps showing the world that no amount of lies, sabotage, or backdoor moves can stop a real player from rising.
This year when things was transpiring, everybody synced it. You could not cut on your TV and not see Kevin Stefanski sabotaging Shedeur. It was making New York Post, ABC News, NBC, ESPN, social media, you name it, everybody and their mama was talking about the buffoonery Kevin Stefanski was doing in regards to Shedeur Sanders.
What's happening in Atlanta right now is pure chaos, and it connects directly back to what Kevin Stefanski pulled in Cleveland. Don't let anyone try to sell you this as coincidence, because it's not. Stefanski walked into Atlanta thinking a new city meant a fresh slate, that players would just buy in and fall in line. But it's not working out that way, not even close. The locker room energy is off, tension is building, and word of players wanting out is already spreading fast. Kyle Pitts, their franchise tight end and first-round talent, is already weighing his options, and he's not the only one. Other key players are looking around, asking themselves if they really want to play for a head coach who has a reputation for derailing careers. That reputation didn't stay in Cleveland. It walked right into Atlanta with him because the league doesn't forget, and neither do the players. They remember exactly how Stefanski handled Shedeur, how he tried to undercut a rising star to protect his own ego, and now every bit of that is coming back around on him in Atlanta. But this story is bigger than just a coach in a tense locker room. At its core, it's about Shedeur Sanders proving he is untouchable, even when someone like Stefanski did everything he could to hold him down. Last season in Cleveland, every single person paying attention to football saw exactly what was going on. This wasn't some behind-closed-doors situation that only insiders knew about. It was out in the open, on national television, in front of millions of people. Stefanski made deliberate moves to undermine Shedeur, to confuse him, shake his confidence, and make him look unprepared for the moment. Fans caught it, other teams caught it, even players with zero connection to Cleveland were talking about it. Social media ran with it, sports networks wouldn't let it go. And now that same coach rolls into Atlanta thinking he can rebuild his image and rewrite his story. But history doesn't erase itself, and the league has a long memory. Shedeur came out of that situation tougher, sharper, and more motivated than ever. Meanwhile, Stefanski is carrying a reputation that poisons every room he walks into. Karma isn't subtle when it shows up, and right now it's showing up fast. Here's the truth that nobody else is saying plainly enough. Atlanta isn't just dealing with a rocky locker room situation. They are feeling the direct fallout from what Stefanski did to Shedeur Sanders. Players stood on sidelines and watched a rookie get sabotaged in real time. That memory doesn't fade. It shapes decisions, changes where guys want to play, and poisons the entire culture inside that facility. This isn't bad luck for Stefanski. This is cause and effect. You mess with a talent like Shedeur Sanders, and the ripple carries further than you think. The league talks, players talk, and when a guy is as special as Shedeur Sanders, everyone already knows it. He didn't just survive what Stefanski did, he came out the other side on top. And now Stefanski is in a city full of players who aren't willing to rally around a coach who has a proven track record of tearing talent down. Atlanta thought they were landing a head coach. What they actually got is a walking problem. Meanwhile, Shedeur is already proving that talent, drive, and real heart cannot be buried by lies or political games. The league is watching every move, every whisper, every reaction. Stefanski can try to reset, but Shedeur's story is front and center, loud and unstoppable. Atlanta is burning right now, and it all traces back to what Stefanski tried to do to Shedeur in Cleveland. Players across the league are comparing notes on what they witnessed. This isn't some quiet rumor circulating in private group chats. Everybody saw a rookie being held back, lied to, and set up to fail, while his head coach acted like he had total control of the situation. Now, Stefanski walks into Atlanta expecting that a new zip code fixes all of that. But the truth travels fast in this league. Kyle Pitts is already thinking about walking, and he's not alone. The locker room is already tense before a single regular season snap. Everyone knows how Stefanski operates. They know this isn't just a coach who makes mistakes, he damages players, and Shedeur survived it. He came out the other side stronger, proving that real talent, real focus, and a real work ethic cannot be broken by a coach who lets his ego override his judgment. Stefanski may hold the head coach title, but Shedeur is the story, and everyone in this league remembers that story.
So David Njoku broke the news last night via Instagram. Let's pull it up real quick. That he will no longer be a Cleveland Brown. Now, this news right here, just like I predicted last night, it was going to grow legs. A lot of people was going to talk about it. He was a big part of their success. For the startup to where we at now, we do know the Browns did acquire Harold Fennekin Jr. out of last year's draft, and he's been living up to every expectation you want.
David Njoku, who shared that Cleveland locker room with Shedeur, is stepping away from the team. Rumors are floating that Stefanski is trying to bring him along to Atlanta, but Njoku watched everything firsthand. The manipulation, the constant pressure, the way a rookie was made to feel small for absolutely no good reason. So why would he follow that same coach across the country? This isn't speculation, this is league-wide knowledge at this point. Players don't forget that kind of behavior. They watch, they judge, and they make decisions based on what they've personally seen with their own eyes. Stefanski's credibility is damaged, and moving to Atlanta hasn't changed that. In Cleveland, he deliberately undermined Shedeur Sanders, shuffling him on the depth chart, withholding praise and setting him up to fail. But Shedeur didn't fold. He threw for huge yardage, led clutch drives, and made the Pro Bowl as a rookie, all while staying composed and professional through everything. The league took notice, analysts called out the bias, players remembered the sabotage, and now that Stefanski is in Atlanta, that history is following him everywhere. Free agents are hesitant, trust is thin, the locker room is already unsettled, because everyone watched a coach try to bury elite talent in plain sight and fail at it publicly. Meanwhile, Cleveland still can't fully commit to the quarterback who already proved himself under pressure, and that says everything. Shedeur Sanders never needed anyone's permission to shine. He turned every obstacle into evidence of just how good he really is. His legacy keeps growing, while Stefanski's credibility keeps shrinking. Atlanta may think they're starting fresh. What they're actually getting is the problem Stefanski created, and one that isn't going to quietly disappear.
So as you guys can see, man, there is a narrative being painted by the Cleveland Brown media. They're setting us up for the battle between Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and whatever damn quarterback they get. We had reports of Russell Wilson, Malik Willis, and possibly Mendoza coming to Cleveland, bro. This is beyond me that they're sitting here like they don't have a quarterback that needs to be developed to lead this damn football team to the playoffs. Now, I'm trying to give every ounce of energy in my soul to support this team. Give it my all, because I thought they was going to do right by Shedeur. And as of right now, I'm sitting here scratching my damn head.
Cleveland is scrambling right now, finally waking up to the reality that they mishandled a generational player. Instead of backing Shedeur from day one, they let a coach chip away at him, while media narratives piled on and painted the rookie as anything other than the clear star he really is. Now they're in full panic mode, talking about drafting more quarterbacks, manufacturing competition, second-guessing everything, trying to fix a problem that never had to exist in the first place if they'd just done right by Shedeur from the jump. The lesson here is not complicated. You cannot ignore elite talent. You cannot punish hard work. You cannot let ego decide who succeeds and who gets buried. Shedeur showed the entire world how to rise above sabotage. He didn't need to fight back publicly. He didn't need to go on social media or call anyone out by name. He just played football, and every play, every milestone, every record he put up proved exactly who the real leader, the real star, and the real talent in this league is. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski is left dealing with consequences that are haunting him in Atlanta and echoing all across the NFL. Karma isn't subtle, and Shedeur Sanders is proving that with every single snap. Kevin Stefanski tried to bury Shedeur Sanders, but karma hit hard, and now the whole league is watching. Shedeur rose above all of it, proving that real talent and real heart cannot be stopped. Smash that like and subscribe. You do not want to miss the next chapter in this saga.